Can't you take it a little slow, Katie?
Yeah, we'll watch the roads and take it a little slow. As Cindy said, we could see some of that light freezing rain out there. Right now, things are looking good on Route 2, the Mass Pike, very light volume. Same thing on 495. Roads to the south are moving well. Same thing up 24, Route 3. No issues to talk about just yet. You could see some construction on your way in. 93 looks good down to the Zakim Bunker Hill Bridge. That overnight work, if it's out there, will pick up by 5 a.m. Antoinette.
Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. On this Thursday morning, we are, of course, watching the roads for some of those potential slick spots out on Route 2, maybe out to Worcester West area. As Cindy was mentioning, maybe the possibility of some freezing rain, but looks good right now. Getting closer to Boston on that eastbound side of the Mass Pike through BU. 10 minutes from 128 gets you to downtown, and the roads to the south will fill in first in the next 45 minutes or so. Doug and Antoinette. We might see some of that sleet in the air. It's certainly not sticking to any of our roadways, and no reports of any crashes or anything right now. But looking out at some of your roads, it's still very dark and early. Route 1 southbound doing well, northbound too. I am watching that ride out of New Hampshire, down Route 3 out of Nashua into Lowell. 93 looks good all the way down into Boston. Right now, next up will be the roads to the south. They will fill in first right around 5:30, but for now it's a nice ride up the Braintree Split and onto the Expressway North. Antoinette.
All right, Katie. Hello, vets and families. Katie, you're going to have more on their story coming up later this morning at 6.
One of the many great programs Homebase does that we will highlight all day today.
Yes, so much great work they do.
And our phone bank's open at 6 a.m. So get ready for that as well.
Very nice. Well, otherwise, not the greatest today. Yes. But it is 50s.
Okay.
We'll make a comeback as we get toward the end of next week, but definitely a chill in the air this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to feel it. We've got some stuff going on at the end of next week, so we would like a
we
warm
do.
up.
We do. A little parade in Plymouth.
I think to see that just a little bit at the Braintree Split, backing up, starting at the top of Route 3, getting up on the Expressway northbound. If you're headed through the tunnels, you could see a couple of stragglers overnight crews, but most of them have picked up and are out of the way. Things look good getting over the Zakim Bunker Hill Bridge into the O'Neill Tunnel. Antoinette.
In terms of any issues out there, Katie?
No, not weather related that I'm seeing at this point, and I am watching very closely. We did just have a vehicle go into the guardrail, though, down on Route 24. It's on the southbound side in Taunton by Padelford Street. I will tell you what, this has been such a busy area this week. We've had a number of crashes. This one, thankfully not on the northbound side, but on the southbound side by exit 16. But yes, I am watching those high elevation areas, Route 2 out to the west. So far, so good on the roads. Antoinette.
All right. Damp weather's causing any issues, Katie?
Yeah, well, we've got something going on down in the Taunton area. It's actually right in Berkeley, I believe, technically. It's on the southbound side of Route 24, tractor trailer into a guardrail. Right lane is blocked. This is all happening by exit 16, which is Padelford Street. You can see some slight delays pushing down from 495 on that southbound side. Northbound side of 24 starting to build delays out of Brockton all the way up to the split there at 93 in Randolph. But look at that, already pushed all of our expressway traffic from the Braintree Split northward onto the expressway itself. Busy by Columbia Road, 18 minutes Braintree to Boston. Doug and Antoinette.
To the south you're watching, Katie?
Yeah, this is down in Berkeley, technically on 24 southbound, right by Padelford Street at exit 16. This is a crash of tractor trailer into a guardrail, blocking the right lane, causing some slight delays. Again, it's on the southbound side of 24. That is good news going against the grain of traffic this morning. Speaking of traffic, we can see brake lights already out on the expressway by the gas tank. Same thing coming in from 93 southbound. I'm watching those roads out of New Hampshire because, of course, high elevation areas and the sleet we've got. But from now, 93, 128 to the Zakim Bunker Hill Bridge, take you 16 minutes. If you're taking the T, everything's starting off the morning on time. Doug and Antoinette.
All right, Kate.
Down to the south because that's where most of these issues have been, south of even 495 and 128. The first one is in Berkeley, technically on 24 southbound. We had a tractor trailer crash into a guardrail at exit 16. That's Padelford Street, causing some slight delays. It's in the clearing stages. Also have this crash new, right lane blocked, 24 northbound in Randolph right after the Horse Bridge. That's causing delays to back up on 24 northbound. And then another one reported on 93 northbound right before the Braintree Split. A very busy area as you see on the expressway. Antoinette.
All right.
Who have had the chance to work with Homebase have seen just the incredible work they do, not only the tremendous programs available, but the impact that those programs make. And you know, I've participated in the Run to Home Base at Fenway Park now for a couple of years. Home Base helps hundreds of veterans every year. Not only do they provide free treatment for service members, they also have support for family members and loved ones. And you can help them in their mission today. The number to call.
Hello, vets and families. And Katie, you're going to have more on their story in just a few minutes.
Yeah, this is one of many amazing programs that they do. Really fun way to get out and explore Boston. So we'll tell you about it.
Glad they got out there before it started sleeting and icing and snowing.
Sleet, a little bit of snow, and just rain in some areas. That's the whole mixed bag that is out there this morning. Fortunately, everything light, and it's mostly about freezing.
Yeah, I've been watching those elevated areas, especially on the roads, to see what's going on. We've got some crashes out there. I couldn't tell you. Again, just a little bit of wetness, which we're seeing out there, can do that. So just give yourself a little extra time this morning. A couple of crashes to the south. The right lane is blocked in Randolph, 24 northbound after the Horse Bridge. You go up to the Braintree split. You've got another crash there on the northbound side in Braintree, and that leads to an already heavy ride on the expressway. Still watching that stubborn 24 southbound crash in Berkeley by Padelford Street by exit 16. Antoinette.
All right.
They're mostly just damp out there, Katie.
They are. And, you know, we can see things have an impact even when they're just damp. So I am watching a number of crashes. We got the right lane blocked in Randolph, 24 northbound after the Horse Bridge there. And that is stretching those delays back into Brockton at this point. Then up on the expressway, another crash, a disabled truck blocking the right lane in Dorchester on the northbound side. At the on-ramp from Neponset Circle, I'm also watching just slowdowns on the expressway. You can see some brake lights there. Your ride looking like 28 minutes right now from Braintree to Boston.
Morning, Katie.
Yeah, and even so, we're seeing some issues out there. Not sure if they're weather related, but they are certainly a nuisance, like this one coming in the Alston-Brighton area. This is just showing you the backup that I'm watching back to the Market Street overpass area because of a disabled tractor trailer on the eastbound side of the Pike in Alston, right by the off-ramp there on the Pike eastbound. So the right lane is blocked. That's what's causing these delays, stretching back now to 128, excuse me. So from 128 into the Prue Tunnel, it'll take you 20 minutes. Not terrible, but a little slow getting to that Market Street overpass. We've got this crash in Randolph, 24 northbound, backing things up into Brockton right now. Doug and Antoinette.
All right.
You get out there and be late for your day at work like that Patriots player, but you might be if you are taking the Mass Pike because the eastbound side is all backed up through the Market Street overpass. In fact, pretty much back to 128 because of a disabled tractor trailer on the eastbound side by the off-ramp in Alston. So that is going to add some minutes to your drive time between 128 and downtown. 20 minutes a little bit west of there between 495 and 128. 32 minutes on the eastbound side. 93 south from 128 to the Zachem Bridge is a 30-minute ride. Looks okay heading into the O'Neill Tunnel. And then that northbound ride on the expressway, pretty busy by Columbia Road. A solid 32 minutes overall from Braintree to Boston. Cindy, a lot of sleep.
A cool pattern, but after today, a drier one.
All right, we'll take dry.
Yes, we will. We
yes.
love that.